Hello everyone. In previous lecture, we discussed the SN1 reaction. The SN1 reaction refers to the nucleophilic substitution reaction in which the nucleophile and the substrates are converted into the substitution products. It is a two-steps mechanism, and we consider the reaction between tertiary alkyl bromide and hydroxide ion to yield tertiary alkanol. After that, we discuss the kinetics of the reaction. The rate of reaction is proportional to the concentration of the tertiary alkyl bromide only. And when the concentration of the substrate is doubled, of course, the rate of reaction is also doubled. That means the rate is independent of the concentration of OH minus ion. And we therefore say that the rate of reaction depends only upon the tertiary alkyl bromide. That is, the reaction follows first order kinetics. Therefore, the overall rate of reaction depends on the slow steps. That means the slow steps is the rate determining steps. Then we discuss the mechanism of the reaction. Here, in mechanism, the SN1 reaction proceeds in two steps. The first step is CBr bond break, that means carbon bromine bond breaks to form carbonium ion. Carbonium ion, that means carbocation, and the bond breaking process requires energy, and this is the slow steps. And the carbonium ion intermediate is sp2 hybridized, and it is a planar with bond angle is 120 degree. And in second step, formation of carbon OH bond, that means COH bond take place, which is the first steps. Up to this we cover in previous lecture, that means SN1 reaction. Today we will start the remaining part of alkyl halide, that is stability of carbocation. The stability of carbocation, that means the positively charged species is called as carbocation. Here the primary factor that determines the rate of the SN1 reaction is the stability of the intermediate generated in slow steps. And the stability of carbocation, it depends on how well it stabilizes the positive charge. And this charge is more stable if it can be dispersed over the whole ion. The dispersal of the positive charge in turn depend on the nature of the R groups attached to the carbocation. And the stability of this carbocation are depend on the following factors. Number 1, electron donating groups. Number 2, electron withdrawing groups. Then inductive effect. Then resonance effect. And last one is the hyperconjugation. Okay, first we discuss the electron donating group. The electron donating group, that means a group which releases the electron tends to reduce the positive charge at the electron deficient carbon and itself become somewhat positive. And this dispersal of this charge stabilizes the carbocation and increases the rate of SN1 reaction. That means we have to remember that when electron donating groups are present, at that time the rate of SN1 reaction is increases. That means simply when the electron donating groups are attached to the carbocation, the stability of carbocation is increases. And when electron withdrawing group is present, it means before going to the electron withdrawing group, we take one example here. This is tertiary carbocation, this is secondary carbocation, and this is primary. The tertiary carbocation is more stable as compared to the primary carbocation, because in case of tertiary carbocation, it having the 3 alkyl group, that means this R group, that means 3 alkyl group is nothing but the 3 electron donating group. Therefore it is well stabilized as compared to secondary and primary. And in case of secondary is more stable as compared to primary. Why? Because in case of secondary carbocation, it having the 2 alkyl group and here only 1 alkyl group. That means when we move from left to right, the stability of the carbocation is more stable. That means the tertiary carbocation is more stable as compared to secondary, and secondary is more stable as compared to the primary. Okay, this is about the electron donating groups. Now the next, the electron withdrawing group. When you consider the electron withdrawing group, which withdraws the electrons and tends to intensify the positive charge at the electron deficient carbon and destabilizes the carbocation or decreases the SN1 rate. That means that when electron withdrawing group is present, at that time the rate of the reaction will be the decreases. That means simply when electron withdrawing group attached to the carbocation, it destabilizes the carbocation. Here bifurcate when electron withdrawing group is attached and electron donating groups are attached. When electron withdrawing groups are attached, it withdraws the electron from this carbocation, therefore destabilizes the carbocation. And when electron donating group is present, at that time it donates the electron toward the carbocation, therefore stabilizes the carbocation. Now the next thing is that the inductive effect. The inductive effect is the polarization of single or the sigma bond due to electron withdrawing or electron donating effect. Adjacent groups or atom is called as the inductive effect. And here this is the representation of the inductive effect. Here the halogen, that means chlorine, here delta minus is electron withdrawing, therefore it withdraws the electron from this species. And we have to remember that the inductive effect is a permanent effect in a saturated carbon chain compounds. Then the group attached to the carbon chain should have the tendency to release or the withdraws electron. Inductive effect having two types, that means the plus I effect, plus I inductive effect. The plus I inductive effect, especially the electron donating group, that means the electron donating group gives the plus I inductive effect. Example CH3 C2H5 and minus I inductive effect. The minus I inductive effect, that means electron withdrawing group. Electron withdrawing group. Example NO2 and CN. That means cyanide. This shows the electron withdrawing nature. Therefore, having the minus I inductive effect. Inductive effect having two types, plus I inductive effect and minus I inductive effect. The plus I inductive effect, it shows the electron donating groups. Minus I effect related to the electron withdrawing groups. And in case of the inductive effect, it depends on the intrinsic tendency of the substituent to release or withdraw the electron. And this effect is weakens as the distance increases from the carbocation. That means from the junction, if the distance is increases from this carbocation, if the junction is from this carbocation, if the distance is increases, at that time the inductive effect is weakens the inductive effect. That means the inductive effect is decreases, and the alkyl group releases the electron. If the alkyl group releases the electron, that means show the plus I inductive effect and stabilizes the carbocation, while most of the other groups withdraws the electron. That means electron withdrawing nature. That means minus I effect, and this minus I effect, it destabilizes the carbocation. Example fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, OH, NO2, NH2 and up to this. Okay. Here the best example. Here this is least stable. If we move from left to right, this is least stable and this is most stable. Why? Because this is tertiary carbocation. Why this is more stable? Because it having the 3 plus I inductive effect. That means this methyl group, it shows the plus I inductive effect. Therefore, the tertiary carbocation, it shows the 3 plus I inductive effect. Therefore, this is more stable. And in case of why it is least stable, having no such type of any inductive effect. Hydrogen shows some, but it having a little as compared to this methyl. Now then here secondary, it having only 2 plus I effect. In primary, it having only 1 plus I effect. Therefore, tertiary carbocation is more stable. Why is it more stable? Because it having the 3 plus I inductive effect. Okay, up to this we cover the electron donating group, electron withdrawing group, inductive effect. That means this factor decide the stability of the carbocation. So friend, never miss a video and subscribe to my channel. Okay, thank you.